What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we are going to be taking a look and do the final review of this bad boy. This is the Custom Knife Factory Spectra. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. This one's an exciting one. So, if you did not see my unboxing and first impressions of this knife was provided to the channel by, you already know who it is, my good friend, one of my best friends at this point because of all the knives he sent me, Ryan Stud Fishing. He's just been an amazing support to the channel. He has been one of my first subscribers to the channel, and I can't thank him enough. His collection has gone from one side to the other as far as extravagance. He has a better collection than most full-grown men that I know, and he is a very young man. So this is one of his newest acquisitions, and he sent it to me before he even got it. So I've got to get this done and get it back to him, as well as other knives that I already have of his. So this is the CFK. Did it again. I did it again. The CKF Custom Knife Factory. Oh, Jake and Kevin are gonna give me hell. Custom Knife Factory Spectra. This is an amazing knife. I didn't even know this knife existed until Stud said that he was chasing one. And it took him a while. It took him a while to find one. These are, of course, with all collaborations with Custom Knife Factory, this is a collaboration with Matthew Christensen. And you can kind of see the logo there, Custom Knife Factory, and then his logo. And they just do some of the best collaborations out there. I love Custom Knife Factory right now. Big fan. And this is something that I did not know existed until he wanted one, and he got it. Just take a look at this beautiful knife. Oh, the carbon fiber, the blade shape, just an absolute beautiful blade, and I have fallen in love. What are we working with? Well, we have titanium with a very nice marbled carbon fiber that I have not seen carbon fiber like this before. Just look at that beautiful carbon fiber. If my camera will do right in that light. Just an excellent. Now, they did make this in a regular weave carbon fiber, and they made it in a couple of different. I've even seen some without the compound grind, but I love this compound grind. This compound grind is a hollow grind right here with a flat. It is a Tonto, but it's a kind of Tonto that I really dig. As you can see, the hollow grind here, and then it comes flat, but it is a Tonto, and it just curves up. Very useful blade shape. I really dig this. It is similar to the grind on the Chavez that I have. I love that kind of blade shape, and then a hollow with the, it's so very nice, and I really like it. Now, of course, this being a Custom Knife Factory knife, the action, just butter, falls under its own weight. Definitely a fall shut, fidgety knife for one. Oh, I love it. There is one thing, the flipper action on it, the detent is not, see, as you can see, I felt it there. It is not as crisp as I usually like it to be. Now, when I get this knife out and I want to flip it, I can flip it. But yeah, you can fail it. The detent is just a little bit light. Now, a lot of the times, whenever you have a flipper, but you also have a hole for deployment, it's kind of a, you've really got to get that right to be able to get the hole deployment correct and the crispness of the flipper tab. This one falls a little bit short because of the detent on the flipper being just a tad bit light. It's not really an issue, it's just there, I do notice. However, whenever I was flipping this knife, it was the hole deployment for me all the way. The detent is tuned very well for that. It is not light enough where it's gonna shake out. It's not like that at all. So the flipper tab for me is almost useless because I love to spidey flick my knives, and this one spidey flicks so freaking good. And then, of course, with that fall shot action, this thing is awesome to play with. You can play with this all day. It is pocket jewelry because it is so beautiful. Awesome bronze, the darkened bronze bolsters And then, of course, this being a bolster lock because of the carbon fiber scales on the backside. Of course, it has a hardened steel insert. This one is in M390, and this one is number 14. I am not sure how many of these knives are made. They don't come up on the market very often because Stud was looking for one for a long time before he found this one. This one was made back in 2018, and it was sent in this pouch. The newer pouches for Custom Knife Factory, I've got one right here, look like this. So this one has the cool colors, but you still get all the same awesome stuff that Custom Knife Factory offers, which is hardware, pocket clip, all that good stuff. They send you all the extras, and it is amazing. I love them for that. I know it's probably to do with a lot, these knives come from Russia. So, instead of doing a bunch of warranty work or whatever, they send you all the hardware up front. So if you have any issues, you just replace. It does run on multi-roll bearings, which is the reason this thing is so freaking smooth and fall shut. The lockup on this thing is right where you want it to be, and it is what I said was M390. M390 locks up solid, no blade play whatsoever on this knife, and it still has that fall shut action. I absolutely love it. The pivot, as you can see, I like the pivot, the color and stuff, but that's a pretty tiny little Torx bit in there. I didn't actually put a Torx in there, but it's small. I don't even know if that's a T8. Like, it seriously looks T6 on all of the hardware. Not a fan of that. I really don't think it would have taken away from the aesthetics of the knife if they would have put bigger hardware, or at least bigger Torx heads on there, but not a big deal. The transition between the bolsters and the carbon fiber are absolutely amazing. The pocket clip, this pocket clip is really cool. It's titanium, black and titanium, as well as the back spacer. And the pocket clip works really well. It did go in and out of pocket pretty well. Like, it goes in, but whenever you pull it out, you definitely hear that tick. So it's got really good retention. You're not going to have to worry about this thing moving around. It is at an angle, so whenever you have this in your pocket, your hand can go past it relatively easy. It's still pretty wide this way, but it's still, especially compared to some of the other knives that I have, not bad. Of course, I only carry my primary folder in my right pocket. Nothing else goes in there. And so this fit in the pocket like a dream. It's not, it's not huge, but it's not small. It's a very good sized knife. So ergonomics, and as you can see, as far as the size, I can get all 4 fingers of my big, huge meat hooks on this thing. I really wish, I know it would have taken away from the blade, from the cutting edge, but man, if this thing had a forward finger choil, ooh, yeah, that would be great. Now, not to say that it's not ergonomically and it's not comfortable, because it is very comfortable. I like this kind of blade shape where it comes thin right here and gets fatter and swells out down at the bottom. This one, as far as the reverse grip, is pretty good. It's got a place for you to put your thumb, but it is pointed back here. So, if you put your thumb right back here and you're stabbing something, it might not be comfortable, but who really does that? Sometimes I do. If I'm stabbing into a box or something, just to have fun. But other than that, I don't do it. But, ergonomically, it's great. It does have some nice jimping. It's further apart, but it's very well done. It's nice and chamfered. It's a little sharp, but not too sharp. It definitely locks you in there. And this is where my thumb rides in this back position. But if I am going to choke up and I really want to get down and dirty on this, I kind of pull my hand forward and put my thumb right here behind this blade, and I can see myself being able to do some really good hard use with this knife. It's built that way. Now, is somebody going to really use this for hard work? They could. This thing does have a blade stock thickness of about 150, I think. It was 150 thousandths. So, it's not extravagantly thick. It comes down to like 19 thousandths behind the edge. The overall length of this guy is about 8.5, and it has like a 3.625 cutting edge. We will get behind here in a second to show you some size comparisons, because it really is a good size. It's not too big and it's not too small. Now, it is kind of heavy. We will do the weight to see if it actually measures up to what they say on the website. It is a tad bit heavy, but you guys know me, I don't care about that. A lot of people do, and I understand it, but this is an excellent, excellent tool. I don't foresee people going out and trying to find this for an EDC knife, but this makes an excellent addition to anybody's collection, especially if you collect stuff from Custom Knife Factory or Matthew Christensen, because if you were to get one of his customs, you would pay a lot more than what this knife cost. So let's stop the video and get behind the knife, and we shall see some size comparisons and get a better look at this beauty. All right, guys, let's get a better look at this really, really beautiful knife here. So you can see there is your M390 on your flipper tab. There is your logos for Custom Knife Factory and Matthew Christensen. The other side is absolutely sterile. Nothing on this side. And then you do have on the flipper tab here, number 14, because that is the number of this. Man, I wish I knew how many of these were made, but I just don't know. But, you know, they're all limited runs, so it could be 200, could be 500, could be 1,000. I really don't know. So what does this thing compare to size-wise? Well, let's go ahead and put it up against some of the staples here. Let's do the PM2. As you can see, PM2, I mean, the Spectra's got it by a little bit, but, you know, not too far off. So like I said, not an absolute huge knife, but a very good size. Definitely the ergonomics are a little bit different. This one has the forward finger control, which does tickle my fancy. But as far as not having a finger control, the ergonomics on this thing really, really works well. Let's go ahead and show you against the Para 3. So obviously dwarfs the Para 3, but yeah, cool. It's one of those knives. I think it looks bigger than it is. I think here it is against another Custom Knife Factory. This one is a beast. This is the Philippe Georget 523. Definitely a big knife, over a 9-inch knife. So as you can see, definitely there. And then of course, my Grail knife that I just picked up. Here it is against the Custom Knife Factory Evolution from Rotten Designs. So pretty close to the Spectra. These two knives are really similar as far as the overall length. You know, you do have the thinness here that comes back to the swell. This one has more finger grooves, which we have a full review on this guy coming up, so definitely stay tuned to that. But it does have this large finger control, which I absolutely love. So yeah, you get to think a little bit. Let's see, you get more cutting edge with the Spectra than you do on the Evolution. And so you've got, you know, with this particular grind, very nice slicing down here with this 19 thousandths behind the edge. And then a really, you know, you got a lot of strength back here with this really nice swedge and this secondary grind on the Tonto version. Very, very sweet. I really, really dig this. Man, I tell you, Custom Knife Factory, these three knives right here, the action is just second to none on Custom Knife Factory. If you haven't checked them out, you definitely need to see what they got available, see what they got coming up, because I promise you, you won't be disappointed in what you get. Yes, they are expensive, but they are not crazy like some of the custom knives that they collaborate with, these custom makers. It's just an absolute wonderful, wonderful thing. I love it. This particular knife, I've had so much fun in the pocket. It was, oh, I just can't stop playing with it. Like I said, the flipper action's just a little bit lazy. I think I would prefer, and I do prefer, the push button, even though that flipper tab is a little bit, you know, it's not really, like I can push on it. Like if I was to put my finger on the flat, it won't work. I have to put my finger up here and do the push button, and it fires out like a rocket when you do that. It's just not as comfortable because of the way it kind of points up. So if you do the light switch with the fat of your finger, it comes out, but you can almost hear and see that it is kind of slow coming out whenever you do it. So not the best. I love doing the reverse flick. That is how I open this knife. The reverse flick on this guy is absolutely amazing, and I could definitely do without the flipper tab because of doing that. It just, oh, I can do this all day long. One of the best flippers, or not flippers, but reverse flicks that I've had on a knife in a while. I've got some that kind of compare to this, but this one is so much fun. It's like so intuitive, and it just has a great detent for that. Like I said, it's not going to shake out, but it snaps very crisply whenever you do that. Such a wonderful knife. Oh, hold on. Oh, pump the brakes. I now have channel stickers. How cool is that? You can see the logo there, obviously, with the Gadsden flag. It is very important to me, the American flag in the background, and DTOM Knives and Gear at DTOM Knives and Gear. Both of these are the same. This one is a little holographic, if you can see that. I got about 50 of those and like 250 of these. So, yeah. I've got channel stickers now, so I'm definitely going to be sending anybody who sends me knives and lets me borrow them. Of course, I'm going to send them back with some stickers and stuff. And you know, if you want some, just hit me up. You know, I'm definitely not going to charge much for deadgum stickers, and I don't know who would actually want stickers anyway. But you know, with giveaways and whatnot, I'm going to be giving a bunch of these out. But yeah, if you want some, just hit me up at on Instagram or DTOM Knives and Gear at yahoo.com. But anyways, one shameless plug for my new stickers. Had to say that. Guys, stay safe out there in this crazy world that we are living in. And we will see you in the next one.